contestants in the physical fitness competition.
Angie Capelowitz, Mrs. Island County. Angie is 5 foot 3 inches tall and is 35 years old. She enjoys game nights at home with her family, playing the cello, and reading. Thank you, Angie Capelowitz, Mrs. Island County. Patty Holloway, Mrs. Moses Lake. Patty is 5 foot 1 inch tall and is 35 years old. She enjoys hanging out with her family, reading, and playing volleyball with friends. Thank you, Patty Holloway, Mrs. Moses Lake. Derizette Banks, Mrs. Keene County. Derizette is 5 foot 8 inches tall and is 48 years old. She enjoys midnight movies with her children, playing golf with girlfriends, and power shopping with her husband, or his credit card. Derizette Banks, Mrs. Keene County. Yolanda Frazier, Mrs. Vancouver. Yolanda is 5 foot 5 inches tall and is 38 years old. She enjoys singing, public speaking, bike riding with her family, and volunteering for computer technology courses. Thank you, Yolanda Frazier, Mrs. Vancouver. Lily Olinsky, Mrs. Federal Way. Lily is 5 foot 11 inches tall and is 34 years old. She enjoys reading, yoga, hydrotherapy, and healthy cooking. Thank you, Lily Olinsky, Mrs. Federal Way. Lisa Bloom, Mrs. Pacific Northwest. Lisa is 5 foot 4 inches tall and is 41 years old. She enjoys cheering for her sons at sporting events, creating mixed media art, and singing with her band at charity events. Thank you, Lisa Bloom, Mrs. Pacific Northwest. Jessica Riggs, Mrs. Snohomish County. Jessica is 5 foot 4 inches tall and is 32 years old. She enjoys traveling with the family, riding motorcycles, and reading inspirational writings. Thank you, Jessica Riggs, Mrs. Snohomish County. Dion Tarter, Mrs. Thurston County. Dion is 5 foot 9 inches tall and is 41 years old. She enjoys fitness training, gymnastics with her daughter, and rollerblading. Thank you, Dion Tarter, Mrs. Thurston County. Katrina Taylor, Mrs. Ballard. Katrina is 5 foot 5 inches tall and is 25 years old. She enjoys working as a fitness instructor, teaching with hip hop and kickboxing, traveling, and spending time outdoors with her husband and dog. Katrina Taylor, Mrs. Ballard, thank you. Sarah Slaybaugh, Mrs. Mill Creek. Sarah is 5 foot 9 inches tall and is 27 years old. She enjoys playing the guitar, American Sign Language, and supporting Seattle sports, Seahawks, Sounders, and Bothell football. Dr. Amy Norman, Mrs. Everett. Amy is 5 foot 11 and a half inches tall and is 39 years old. She enjoys public speaking, entertaining, large event planning, and shooting. Thank you, Amy Norman, Mrs. Everett. Irene Shade, Mrs. Olympia. Irene is 5 foot 10 inches tall and is 49 years old. She enjoys entertaining, cooking, and hiking with her husband. Thank you, Irene Shade, Mrs. Olympia. Pauline Stahl, Mrs. Kitsap County. Pauline is 5 foot 8 inches tall and is 30 years old. She enjoys spending time with her family and friends, playing volleyball, golf, and enjoys music and singing. Thank you, Pauline Stahl, Mrs. Kitsap County. Laura Hunter, Mrs. Whatcom County. Laura is 5 foot 6 inches tall and is 37 years old. She enjoys spending time with her family, photography, and coaching cheerleading. Thank you, Laura Hunter, Mrs. Whatcom County. Carla Richards, Mrs. Pierce County. Carla is 5 foot 6 inches tall and is 41 years old. She enjoys dancing, golf, and date nights with her husband. Thank you, Carla Richards, Mrs. Pierce County. Tamara DePorter, Mrs. Seattle. Tamara is 5 foot 8 inches tall and is 40 years old. She enjoys trapeze flying, watching her children's sporting events, and attempting to cook. Thank you, Tamara DePorter, Mrs. Seattle. Lisa Quast, Mrs. Issaquah. Lisa is 5 foot 2 inches tall and is 43 years old. She enjoys date nights with her husband, cooking nutritionally with their daughters, and acting as a personal trainer for others to help them reach their personal best. Thank you, Lisa Quast, Mrs. Issaquah. Let's see the ladies one more time.